okay too.
Hi, my name is Juanita, and he's right. I just asked what they were doing, and he told me about what he just shared. And I do believe in Christ. I'm a Christian, but I don't believe that that allows us to, judge anybody or any other type of religions. I believe that for me, God is the only person that can judge anyone, and I think that it's great, to be able to speak with as many different types of religions, because at the end of the day, the church is in our heart. I mean, it doesn't, make anybody any better than anybody, and at least, that's the way their trained thought comes across. That's what they know. That's what, from their upbringing or from whatever religion they're, from. So for me, I think that, all we have to do is, try to get along with each other.
I feel the same way, but I do think there are complex things that between Muslims and Christians and agnostics and Jews and so on that make these bridges difficult to build. What do you think specifically about the idea of just having dialogue with people within your community who might be Muslim and you a non-Muslim? Would you feel that it would even be productive to sit down and have coffee with a person and just get to know them a little bit?
No, I don't think so. I mean, just because they're not a Christian or because I'm not a Muslim, I mean, I don't socialize with people just like that. I mean, I am friends with Jews. I mean, it's like saying I'm friends with straight people and I'm friends with gay people.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it would be valuable to sit down and talk with Muslims, or do you feel like, you know enough about Islam that you don't need to? You kind of feel like you know what they'll say and you know what you would say, and it wouldn't go anywhere.
Well, I don't think you ever know enough. I mean, because if you're not from that heritage and if you weren't brought up that way, I mean, you only know what you know. So obviously you probably only know what you've heard or what you've allowed yourself to learn about that type of person or that type of religion.
So you think it would be valuable ultimately to maybe try to do this kind of process? We're not asking you to, but we're just in general as a principle. You think it would be valuable, or do you think that the tensions between Muslims and Christians and other different groups goes too deep?
I think it would be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say no to the idea. I think it would be really interesting. I mean, because you've always seen, Catholics converted to Christians, Christians have converted to Mormons, different types of religions have always converted to different types. I mean, I think it would be good, just to get to know people just because you want to, not because you want to get something out of them.
Yes. So, if everybody stayed in their space, the Muslims stayed Muslims, the Christians stayed Christians, the agnostics like me stayed agnostic, that's okay with you? You think, in other words, would that make it still a valuable encounter? You guys share your ideas and part your ways and maybe come back a month later and talk again?
I don't have any problem with that. I think that people should, be going outside of their own circle, just because.